Hi everyone, welcome to the Meehan Media. Today we are reviewing Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spoiler alert for this video, full spoilers, nothing held back. So if you haven't seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, check it out,
Go
come
see it.
back, go see it. I highly recommend. Watched it a few days ago and got some notes written down. We're going to review it, talk about it, and some theories afterwards as well. I'm here with my boy Peter.
No, I'm
Yeah,
Mason.
Mason from the Odyssey video.
What's up, y'all?
Thanks for coming out, man.
Glad to be here as always.
Yeah. So yeah, you're a major Spider-Man fan.
Big Spidey fan. Big
Yeah.
Spidey fan.
Yeah, he's got the shirt,
Ever
everything,
since
the
ever
mask.
since I was a kid,
Yeah.
big fan. One of
He's a
the
dope
top
character,
three.
dude, for sure. Like, I mean, he's relatable to a lot of people, and he's just a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the main things like I just love about him. Like, no matter what he goes through, he's always
And he's
pushing
very
through.
relatable to a lot of
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Yep.
So what did you think about the movie? Um, let's just start overall.
Right.
Out of 10.
Mine would probably be a 9. 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's a 9 out of 10. It's a top, in my opinion, it's a top Spider-Man movie for me.
The top?
Not the top.
Okay.
The top for me is Into the Spider-Verse for a
True.
whole bunch of
True.
other reasons, but
Yeah.
it is probably up there like top 3, I would say.
Dang.
I
Okay.
I would say
Yeah.
definitely the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and
No Way Home.
it might be a stretch. No Way Home is very good. I have a soft spot in my home for No Way Home, but just because the other two were in it doesn't make it the best Tom Holland movie.
There was nothing in this movie,
Right.
not to make it crap, but
No, no,
like,
no, yeah.
there's nothing in this movie that made me feel the way that Toby and Andrew did. I don't care if it's fan service.
I get what you're
It
saying.
was something that I had been waiting on forever. I wanted to see them. I loved their interactions. The
Hmm.
action was awesome. Um, so, well, yeah, sorry to cut you off, but for me, I'd give this movie like an 8.5.
Okay.
I had it at an 8 whenever I first
Right.
got out of the movie. I was more disappointed about some things, but then like the next day I was thinking about it, sitting with it, and I think I was hating on it a little too much. But I still think it's great.
Hmm.
8.5 is decent. I don't think it's the best movie of the year. I don't think it's the best Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
It's like I said, No Way Home I think is just a tiny bit better. This movie maybe has a better plot,
Right. Right. Okay.
but No Way Home made me feel some type of way.
I definitely get what you're saying in terms of feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Because I remember in theaters when you would see them come out of the portal,
Yep.
Toby and Andrew, that feeling was
Yep.
just the crowd cheered, they
Yes,
roared.
dude.
Like there wasn't as much as that
No.
of that in Brand New Day. So I
Yeah.
definitely get what you're saying.
Like
Um,
the theater experience for the movies were two separate things. I'm sure it's a different theaters, different people,
right. Right.
but there was only like one or two scenes where people were like, "Oh,"
True.
in Brand New Day, but No Way Home. I mean, it was back to back to back. Like they could show Octopus, Green Goblin,
Right.
Andrew
Right.
Toby, of course, and
And it was still hit after hit after hit.
yes, and I mean, that's
I think the
why,
main
yeah,
thing why we didn't feel that way was because this was a more he's okay for one
grounded,
grounded
yeah,
and
which I don't hate, yeah,
it's a more adult spot even though it's like not like rated M or anything like
yeah.
that.
He's just older.
He's older. He's
He's
dealing with his body
yeah.
like changing in ways for
I
the
get it.
worse in the
Yeah.
beginning,
I
and he's
wouldn't
got to
want this
control it.
movie to be multiversal. I wouldn't want
Right.
that. I'm
No,
glad that it's grounded.
they needed this movie to
So,
be grounded. The
yeah.
past three, he was the past the two of them, he was like Iron Man's protege and
Iron Boy.
Iron Boy,
Yeah.
basically the Iron Spider.
Yep.
Um, and he was living in his shadow. And
Mm.
Iron Man, whenever he
True.
was in the scenes, all eyes were on Iron
Yeah.
Man as per usual,
Yeah.
as they should be. But and
I'm
then No
glad
Way
it's
Home,
a solo
great
story.
movie, but he didn't need the help. He could have done the movie
Yeah.
himself, but the star power of the other two Spider-Men definitely
Yes.
helped
Oh, that
the
drove the
success
box
of that
office,
movie.
dude.
Uh-huh.
I mean, so many people are divided between who's the best Spider-Man, and I mean, if you get to see all of them,
Right, right.
that's a win for everybody.
Can
So
you give me your best Spider-Man off rip, or
I'd
is that
say Across, Into the Spider-Verse, and No Way Home, and then I think Brand New Day after that.
really okay?
Yeah,
Got you.
it's top four.
It's definitely up
Yeah,
there. Like I said, It's definitely the best Tom Holland
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and
I'm kind of sleeping on Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. I love that movie.
it's really good. That's the one with
I feel like those two are neck and neck right
is it?
now. Brand
That's
New
the one
Day.
with Doc Ock, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where
I
he had the
love Doc
power
Ock.
of the sun in the palm of his hand.
Yep. It's iconic, dude. Tobey
Mm-hmm.
Maguire. But okay, so about Brand New Day.
Right.
I think this movie had best Tom Holland swinging scenes. Like him
Agreed.
going through New York, just being Spider-Man, like
I
the
agree.
POV of Spider-Man was sick. The action just he just moved so smooth.
He was way more agile in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Like,
and which I love. I mean, he is more of a spider, but it just looks so much better. I don't know. They just honed in on who
hmm
Spider-Man really is, and
and
he just vibing.
right, and apparently they Tom Holland said in an interview, I can't remember off the top of my head which one,
Hmm.
that they copied a lot of his movements from the Insomniac Spider-Man game,
Yeah, dude.
and so he played that game and he,
Hmm.
kind of integrated that a lot in the movie
Yeah,
and what
dude.
he did, and
And
you could see,
the
especially
action.
in the fight scenes
Yep.
with against the
Yep.
hand ninjas. That was probably one of the coolest scenes where he was Gene was like, are you Spider-Man or are you Peter
And then he's
Parker? He
spins
threw
down,
him
dude.
towards
Yep.
like a jagged metal bar, and you thought he was going to end him, and then he
Yep.
pulled him back with his web, and he was like, I'm
Oh,
both.
dude,
I'm
true.
both.
It's so that action scene was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And about the Insomniac games with the action, like there's so many bits and pieces in the fight scenes where it felt like he was doing a finisher in the Insomniac games. Like you
Right.
press, what is it, triangle and circle,
Yep.
and he just pulls him down, slams
Yeah,
him on the
slams
ground.
him.
There was so much of that which I really enjoyed,
The
and
choreography was really good.
yeah,
I know for a fact that they work with Jackie Jan's team.
really,
Yeah,
Jackie
for
Chan.
Jackie Jan's martial arts team for the hand scenes.
Dang, that's
Hmm
pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The hand were kind of disappointing for me though. Like,
They were kind of like henchmen to
yeah,
the Department of Damage Control.
yeah, they were, and
Hmm
I watched Daredevil, and they were really cool in that. Really terrifying villains, or not terrifying, just threats, pretty much,
Yeah,
anyways. But
threats, underground threats.
yeah, and they were just made as little sidekicks for damage control,
Yeah, they were
which
they
I
were
get.
definitely brushed under the
Yeah,
rug until they're. I was
until Jean
worried
just took it over.
actually
Yeah,
when they did that montage in the beginning, which people will be divisive about when he was battling Tombstone, Tarantula,
yeah,
Ramrod, and Scorpion,
hmm
and it showed the hand as well. I was
hmm
scared that when they did that montage, because for a lot of those characters, that was their only showing. I think it
oh
was,
yeah. I mean,
I
they've
think it
never.
was Tombstone and
He was in
Tarantula and
Jessica
Ramrod.
Jones. What was Tombstone in? He was in some live
Tombstone
action.
was in Spider
Luke
Noir.
Cage. He was in Luke Cage, the Netflix series. I didn't watch Spider Noir yet.
He was in Luke Cage,
Yeah,
but was he? Yeah, he was.
yeah,
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
yeah.
But
But it's the
Scorpion
same
was the only
actor.
one that got screen time. But I was worried the
Yeah.
hand, would just be,
Hmm.
seen one and done, and
Yeah.
then. But at least they got a cool fight scene out of them. So
True. And other cameos. I mean, Yelena.
yeah,
Yelena was
that was
cool.
a surprise. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
Um,
She's like the glue
she's the
for the
glue,
MCU right now. Ever
and
since Endgame, nothing's been cohesive, or there's no teams.
right. Well,
And
technically, there's the new Avengers.
yeah, that was a movie ago. That was
Yeah,
the latest one. I
yeah,
think Fantastic Four was right before that,
yeah.
or
Fantastic.
they were around like a month between.
I
Maybe
think
Thunderbolts was first.
I think Thunderbolts was first
Yeah.
because the after scene credit was the Fantastic Four ship,
True.
and then I think they did the Fantastic Four. But she's also she's the
Hawkeye.
glue. Yes, Hawkeye.
She was in Hawkeye.
Hmm But regarding Brand New Day, when she was talking to Peter, she's like
Hmm.
his connection to the Avengers world now,
Yeah.
because he's technically at this point he's still street level, back
Hmm.
to street level, doing his own thing. He's got a job,
But was
and
she
no, he's
necessary?
going to school. She wasn't necessary. I feel like she was needed to expand the cinematic universe
Okay, true.
for sure.
I mean, she helped out a little bit trying to talk
Hmm
about VMAX, and how did she know about VMAX?
Good question. I think she probably did her own digging.
Because VMAX was just the ventilation where Jean Grey's sister.
It could have been when Pete went into the sauna to talk about it. He probably
Yeah.
gave her the said the name, and then she mentioned it.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember her saying that, and then after the movie, I was like, how did she know about BMAX? Because yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but the Black Widows, they have their ways. They can
True,
get
true.
information anyway off screen, and
Yeah,
you don't even have to second guess how they got it. You just know they got it.
yeah. I thought she was cool. I think she's the best person to take someone's mantle in the MCU so far. She's better than
I
the original. I think she's more interesting than Natasha.
she See, I disagree with you there. I
Okay,
have I have respect for Yelena. She's
she's
got
so
a
funny.
great skill set. She's funny. I love her
Yeah,
personality. She's very cool. But I mean, Natasha's Natasha, dude.
I
She
get it. Like
like gave her life
she
for a soul stone. Like she saved billions of people, dude. I'm
true
not saying Yelena
wouldn't.
wouldn't do that,
Yeah,
but we've seen what Natasha could do, and it
I
was
guess.
very
Yeah.
sad that it took like that long. It took like after the fact. I think her solo Black Widow movie
Hmm.
came out after Endgame,
It did.
and
So it's like,
yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know her like that.
always planned, but it took that long. She always deserved her own movie, but
Yeah.
no, she was just always the badass Black Widow. So whenever you say Black Widow, it's always going to be Natasha.
Okay.
I'm gonna always think White Widow with Yelena, but
Okay.
that's just me.
Okay. True. That's fair. That's fair.
And
Uh.
also, she is a good. I'm not saying she's not a bad like protege for the
Yeah.
Black Widow mantle, but I think a better one is not in terms of
I'm scared. I'm scared.
not in terms of better than who they were
Hmm.
before, but in terms of the fact that everybody agrees and likes the protege. In my
Okay. Who?
opinion, I would say Shuri. Do you have anything bad to say again to Shuri, or not to Shuri, against
Yeah.
Shuri? What would you say to Shuri?
I mean, T'Challa. Like
No, that's what
he's.
I'm saying. No, I'm not
I don't think it's
downplaying
hard
him by
to
choosing her. I'm
take
saying
over
if there was
who
somebody
T'Challa was,
else,
who Chadwick Boseman was,
right?
and I don't know if she would have become Black Panther if he didn't pass away. Like if that was in the original
Mm-hmm.
plan, I don't think maybe in Black Panther 3 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because if like they're already trying to recast, they already did recast the new Black Panther.
Right, right.
And I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like the
Like he
movie.
was in
There
the
were
long
some
walk.
parts I liked, some parts I did not like about the movie. Black Panther 2, I mean. Um, it's
I'm
yeah,
not
like I
saying
said,
I'm
it's just
not.
hard to
There's not going to be another Black Panther besides T'Challa. All I'm saying is
yeah,
they did a really good job with how they depicted her
true.
as Black
Yeah.
Panther. Like she like that was the first time they introduced the, and I don't want to get too much into it because
Yeah.
it's the Spider-Man. But they introduced the Atlanteans, and she had to deal with that whole conflict, and it was
Yeah.
done really well.
I thought that was really cool about that.
Hmm.
Namor.
Yeah,
Really cool villain.
I was happy they did that. But anyways, I got way off track there.
Punisher. What did you
Punisher.
think about Frank Castle?
I'm a big Punisher fan.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that he was in the movie, and
Yeah. He needed it.
I appreciated even more how much he was in the movie.
He had a decent role. I think he had more screen time than, if not
I
more, just very close to
He had
MJ.
more screen time than I expected he would
Yeah.
have, to be honest. But I think they did him very well on the borderline
Hmm.
of potty mouth, one would say,
Yeah.
and
Like
PG.
you could tell he was trying to do it, but I mean
Hmm. And
they always
he
do
did
their stuff to
he did
not.
throw some cuss words in there, but
Yeah. I mean that's who
it's
Punisher
not
is.
for
I'm
get
glad they
webbed.
didn't babify him. Like just
Right.
dumb him down and not do
And
him
for those
justice.
going in as a Spider-Man fan, not knowing who the Punisher is,
Yeah.
they probably think, "Who is this military grunt helping this
Yeah.
Spidey out?" I
It
think
was a
they
good
did a good
depiction.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he opened up his cabinet and he had a picture of his family when MJ was over it.
Penny, nickel, and dime. What else does he say?
Nickel and batch, one batch,
Nickel.
two batch, penny and dime, or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
dude. I
It
wanted a
was a
little bit
children's book
more.
he read to his kids, but
Yeah. I
they
wanted
did
a little
pay a
bit
little
more from
homage
him.
to it.
Mhm.
I was just gonna say they did pay a little homage to his family when they showed those
Yeah.
pictures on the cabinet.
Uh, yeah. I just wanted more of him, like of that soft side for him.
Yeah,
He.
but
I get it.
you realize who you're saying that for about, right? You want more of the soft side of the
No,
Punisher.
not okay. Just he doesn't have to cry about it. I just want him to talk about
Oh
it, like
yeah,
to
yeah,
Peter when he's vulnerable and he's like, "I know how you feel. Like, go get your
yeah.
girl. If
But
I could get my
also
girl, I would." I mean,
I
he kind of does it. He's like, I don't want to be in this place.
I
This
get
sucks.
it, I get it, but he also has his own show with like seasons, and I
Yeah.
feel like like some of the writers they knew that, so
Hmm.
they didn't really have to do that much
Yeah.
with his backstory, or so they thought.
True.
Because I feel like at this point they know there's going to be a lot of diehard
Hmm.
Marvel fans, so majority of the people are going to know him and his
Yeah.
backstory.
Okay.
But that's the only reason why I think they
Yeah.
didn't do it. But
He was still cool.
hmm
Great action. I loved whenever Gene took him over, and he was like working for a little bit while they were doing the whole Hulk thing. Anyways, Hulk. What did you think about Hulk?
it was short, very short
Short.
lived. But
Yeah.
I think if they showed Bruce Banner first, and I think it's
Hmm.
been too long that we haven't seen a proper Hulk. So if they were gonna
Yeah.
have Bruce in the
There's been
movie,
no Rage Hulk like
right?
that
Correct.
since Avengers, and even then it was kind of iffy.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was gonna say Ragnarok, but that was
Oh,
before.
Age of Ultron, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ragnarok was after Age of Ultron.
He wasn't Rage Hulk. He was just like smart.
True.
He
No,
was.
he was like
He was.
Gladiator Hulk, and
I
in
thought
that
it was
scene,
cool.
it was yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
It was like on the verge right before he came Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
Um,
That I hate that. I
but
do not
anyways,
like Professor
I
Hulk.
thought they depicted him well. He was like,
Yeah.
because Spidey was like, I didn't know you could get that big,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
he
the
looked
more
really
angry
cool.
he gets,
Right.
stronger he gets,
hmm
which they haven't shown that before. But I like.
When Spider Man swung over him and pulled Frank under while he was shooting at the Hulk,
That was sick.
that scene was
I like
very
the
cool. The slow
clap.
motion.
I like whenever all the debris is falling out, Hulk's busting through the building, and he
Yeah.
has the shocker gauntlet. That felt like the video game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's the animation looks great, the CGI.
They
Hulk
did
looked
really
amazing.
good. They did really good with the
Yeah.
mix because I remember there's like some scenes where there's slight slow motion
Hmm.
in it, and
Yeah,
they did
whenever
really
he's
good.
doing the scene with all the villains, Tarantula,
Right,
Tombstone, like it's straight up like comic book pages
comic book
and
panels.
yeah,
Right,
panels, and it's so cool to see that. Like
and
there's a
and
lot I love about this movie, dude.
oh,
It's
it's
the
really
little
good.
things.
No, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. A lot of nitpicking. With because a lot of people I
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
like you don't like or not don't like, but you don't agree with how they depicted Jean
I don't. I
and
don't.
what and.
It's. I like who she is in this movie,
Mhm.
but like she's a cool villain. I love the body jumping, and then by the end, she gets more powerful and freezes everybody. But there's so much she did that makes zero sense. I mean, you can excuse it as I'm trying to save my sister, but you did not have to kill that many innocent people on the way to
Okay.
getting your sister. That like
Well.
Jean Grey's a good person.
Mhm.
In the comics, she kills a lot of people,
Yeah.
but that's not Jean, that's Phoenix. Because
True.
she dies saving people or Phoenix Force enters her. There's a ton of comic book depictions of that. And it's hard to see her being Jean Grey in the future. Like how am I going to like her? She's more of a villain than a good guy. Like she jumps into a dude's body and makes him walk into traffic just to show Spider-Man that she can
Well,
do
she
that.
needed information,
Dude,
and
she just killed the guy. It's a random guy, and
that's
I.
not her problem.
But
In her eyes, that's not her problem.
it's
No, I get
that's
what you're
she's
saying.
a
I get what you're saying.
she's supposed to be a good guy for the X Men, and then now I'm
But
seeing her like this, and I cannot like that's
you gotta also put it this way and think in the long run. This is her first introduction, so this is like think about like Logan in the wild before he gets meets people and is tamed
yeah,
and becomes Logan.
true.
He's still a savage. He can still take somebody's head off,
But
but
he
now
doesn't
he
kill
knows
innocent people.
he did as like when he was a
Under mind
savage.
control, or when
Huh?
he's not human, when
No,
he's in his right state of mind.
he's just rageful. He's in his right state of mind. He's
Uh,
just very rageful. But that's what I'm saying. She's unprimed. She's untrained. They're
true.
rebooting the X-Men movie in 2028. I
Yeah.
have a theory that she's gonna eventually find her way to Cyclops and Storm
Yeah.
and
Just
Beast
yeah.
and
Charles
and
for
she's
sure.
she's not gonna be. I feel like they can't make her at this point. I agree. They can't make her one of the founding members.
Yeah.
Members. If they do, they'll have to either give her another
Why not? You don't
movie
think
or do
you think
something.
they're not going to have the X Men without Cyclops? Because they're supposed to be the same age. So if she's
No,
going to be
that's what I mean. she's gonna have to go through a lot of training, or she's
Yeah,
gonna go through something to
I think
become the Jean that we know.
I think just like with her interaction with Spider-Man, that's going to change her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like I don't get why she had to be the main villain. I guess you could say Damage Control was
But the
the
thing is, she wasn't a villain. The conflict of a movie doesn't always have to be good versus bad. It could just be good trying to convert into good. You know what I mean?
okay.
It was an introduction to a whole nother side of the Marvel universe with
True. I
other humans with abilities.
yeah. I'm not saying you can't
And
take turns on big characters, but
right,
you're telling me that let's, for example, Spider-Man, first ever Spider-Man movie, and bro is the villain of a Iron Man movie, and Spider-Man's killing people, even though we've never seen it. He's just killing people to go save
you
his
mean
aunt.
the which
Like
one? The Vulture or
no,
oh
just in
the very
general, like
first one?
Spider-Man in any Spider-Man movie, brand
Mm-hmm.
new. Okay, let's say
Mm-hmm.
next year it comes out, and it's an Iron Man movie.
Because he had Uncle Ben to guide him. They never had anybody.
Jean
They
Grey didn't have anybody.
no,
Okay,
they were raised around and traded around in foster homes.
okay. I guess that makes more sense. At least he had someone.
It's like if
It's just
Superman
so
didn't
hard to
have
see her
Ma
be
and
like
Pa
that.
Kent. It's like if
Okay,
Superman didn't have
I
Ma and
see.
Pa Kent.
Okay, that
Jean
makes a little
Grey,
bit more
she
sense.
had all this raw power and all this, raw emotion,
Hmm.
especially after seeing her sister getting taken and stuff.
Yeah,
She didn't really know what to do with it.
her only goal is to go
And I
get
mean,
her
I don't
sister.
think they ever said how old she was. I'm gonna guess like young teen or
Yeah,
teens or
I'd say
something.
like 18,
Yeah,
18 to
there's no
20.
18 to 20, but she's on the younger side for sure to
Yeah,
where she can't control her powers
okay.
because
I
she
mean, she
was
didn't want to lose her mind, or she didn't want to gain all that power and then freeze all these people. She just wanted
right
to kill Damage Control.
to get her. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Okay. I mean, I get that. It's making a little bit more sense now that you say that.
no,
She
yeah,
never
I
had
guess
anyone,
it
and the
goes
one
both
person she
ways.
had was killed.
I guess the main thing you got to keep in mind is this is the first depiction of her,
Yeah.
and
True.
I'm sure there was
That's
another there's another example of a Marvel character that we first see them and we're like, oh crap.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But
Um,
I thought the way they did her powers, the way they visualized her powers,
it was sick.
was really well.
Yeah.
It wasn't over the top. You didn't see like yellow or green like
Hmm.
rays, like vroom vroom visually doing
Yeah.
that. They would translate to the next
The
person, and
body,
the
like,
body would kind of shift,
yeah.
and the
I think
camera would
you can.
follow
It's
it.
forcing them into him. It's
And
pretty cool.
when she was trapped by damage control,
Hmm.
and they were tracking her on the monitor,
Her brain was
see the
unlocking.
brain
Yeah.
waves. You could see the brain waves on the screen, so that looked like cool because it was
Yeah.
looked like in the comics.
I love like that whole scene about her gaining more power. Like that's the gene that's gonna be super powerful, and you
Yeah,
can really see that rather than her having a limit to who she can jump to, and that's pretty much all she could do.
because I think it was what like 33 feet
Yeah,
or something that she could jump to the distance, and eventually she'll be able to
yeah,
jump the whole world
yeah.
multiple times.
What did you think about the Ned and MJ relationship regarding like Peter?
I thought it was I liked it in the start,
Hmm.
and then I was kind of like upset with how it worked out with Pete and MJ. Like because he wrote a note basically. He wrote a note
Hmm.
and kind of summarized everything that
Yep.
happened, that she had forgotten him and there had to be a reason for that and everything to protect her.
Hmm.
He had waited like 5 years to tell her, and she found it when he
She's
had tried to
pissed.
save her. Yeah, she was mad. She was mad, and he basically poured his hearts out on the paper, and then eventually tried to save
Yep.
himself when she found it. And she eventually just basically straight up said, "I don't love you back." It was
Whenever she
really
finds
tough.
it and he's gone, he comes back, and then they're talking, and
She
she's
was
like,
like,
it really reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy with Peter and Gamora.
"Yeah,
Gamora died, Gamora comes back,
yeah."
but she doesn't have the memories of
It
her
was
and
still
Star Lord.
Gamora, but it was from
Yeah,
previously, so it
so
wasn't that
yeah,
Gamora.
it's hard to tell. I mean, the difference between Gamora and MJ in this is Gamora died, and those memories do not exist, but
True,
MJ's
true.
memories are just they're not erased; they're just
She doesn't
locked.
have them. She doesn't remember them
Yeah,
genuinely.
yeah, they're just
And
locked.
she basically said that girl you remember doesn't
Yeah.
remember and doesn't love you. And
Hmm. She has a
I
new
understand,
boyfriend.
right?
She's mad at him. She was like, I can't believe like what did she say, quote unquote? But I can't believe like you love her like this, but don't you didn't get her, you didn't fulfill your promise. You waited 4 or 5 years.
Oh
Were
yeah,
you ever
yeah,
gonna tell her?
yeah. Because in No Way Home, he said, "I promise I'll
Yep.
come find you as soon as possible," and she
So
said, "Wait, tell me when you see
that
me."
kind of leads me into my theory about at the end of the movie where she's touching the Black Dahlia
Hmm.
after Ned. I think it's before or after, but Ned shakes his hand and he's like Peter, and he remembers him, or you think it's not 100% if he does remember or if he just has familiarity in him.
With the handshake, kind
Yeah,
of maybe
it
unlock something
unlocked
you
his
said.
memories.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. But do you think MJ knows who he is or remembers now? Because why else would she be crying with?
I think she knows at this point who he
But
is.
she's
I
mad.
don't think she has a reason to think he's
Yeah,
lying. You know,
yeah,
I
true.
definitely at this point. I mean, because she read the letter and then he told her after
Yeah,
the fact. I think
but
at this point she knows, but it's
like, does
gonna
she
definitely
remember like how
conflict
it
her.
felt? Like, does
No, I
she?
don't think she. I think she's sad that she doesn't remember.
Okay,
She knows.
that something's
She knows
missing.
now, but she's sad
But
she doesn't remember.
okay, I think she's mad. I think she remembers everything now.
She was telling the truth because she genuinely. I okay. You think she does remember?
Well, after Jean gets into her mind, I think she unlocks something
Okay, that's a
because
theory.
that brings me back to X Men Days of Futures Past, or it's Apocalypse, where Jean finds Wolverine and goes into his mind, and it's whenever
I want
Wolverine
to
he
say
goes through the thing.
Days of
Yeah,
Future Past,
no, because Wolverine was the star of the movie, so it had to be Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Okay, okay.
And she finds him, and he goes throughout the building killing a bunch of people. Wolverine is just a rage monster, and then Jean walks up to him, touches his brain, and she's like, and then Logan calms down, and then they're like, "What did you do?" And she said, "I gave him back. I gave a piece of him back to himself, pretty much. Like she
His
unlocked his
memories.
memories because they weren't gone; they were just locked." So Jean
Yeah,
Grey can obviously do stuff like that, and if she could do that to, she got inside of Peter's head, and she got into MJ's mind whenever they were doing the whole circle, pausing everybody. Jean Grey
right,
got her
right.
powers buffed, and MJ and Ned both got hit by it. MJ touching whatever her necklace, and then Ned next time he sees Peter, he remembers. So I think they both know now because Jean messed with their minds. That's just a theory,
That's okay.
but
I get that theory. I mean,
yeah,
that's not a far off theory. In my opinion, I think MJ knows
hmm
who he is and knows the whole thing that went down
yeah,
because he told her. And I think
yeah,
she was
true.
sad. I think she was sad that
But she
she
doesn't
doesn't
have those
remember.
memories. She
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
have those
She was
feelings.
sad
She
that she
knows that
doesn't
they're
remember,
that for him.
but she was telling the truth when she said she didn't love him because she
True.
genuinely doesn't
Yeah.
remember. Regarding Ned, I think he realizes that Peter is Spider-Man because the whole movie he had this board that he was trying to figure out who
Yes.
Spider-Man was,
Yes.
and then they did the handshake, sure, but you could do a handshaking.
You can't just do that without
that
memory.
that
They're that's like their thing,
yeah,
and
but
you
they
can.
made it very conflicting.
He says, Peter, like
No, but it was more of like a surprise, like this guy's Spider-Man, because Peter already introduced himself
he said,
at
yeah,
his
my name's
apartment
Peter. So why does he say Peter with
because
like a shocked face?
because when they were in the apartment,
Yes, but
MJ
no,
and
he
Peter
says hi,
swung out.
Peter, and that's like, why?
No, no, the next time they were in the apartment, as he was in the apartment as
Yeah,
Spider
MJ,
Man,
and he
fully
leaves,
masked,
and
and she
MJ
was like,
says
"Peter, be
Peter,
careful."
and then he's like, Peter is Spider Man's first name.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then Spider Man or Peter as Peter walks up to him and he says, "Hi, my name's Peter." There's no recollection. There's nothing. He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he does the handshake, and then he's like, "Peter," like he remembers Peter.
I think he was more focused on Peter being Spider Man because the whole movie, Ned was like, he's a techie, he's got money, he's going to college, he's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was another there's another little Easter egg in there regarding him becoming the Hobgoblin. Oh, and a big thing is when Doctor Strange cast that locking
Yeah.
spell of the memory over the world. Has no recollection of making a promise to Peter that he wasn't gonna kill him as his best friend. So that's on the table now.
it's hard to
100% on
see
the
him.
table.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
is hard to see
it's hard to
big
see him be the
lovable Ned.
Hobgoblin, but in
Yes.
every movie that he's Ned, he's
Hmm.
wearing the colors of the
Yep.
Hobgoblin.
Yep. I feel like
So
they're
he's wearing them when he says, "I promise I'm not going to turn into a villain and kill you."
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then
I
he looks
think it's
back
on
at
the
him
table as well.
oddly long, but
I had a theory that before this movie came out, that Ned fell in love with MJ, and then whenever they both remember him, then he still has the memories of Peter being his buddy and of loving MJ now because Peter was out of the picture.
you thought that
And
was going to happen in this
I thought
movie?
that was going to happen in
Okay.
this movie, and that's why it was a potential Hobgoblin moment because he loves MJ.
Mm.
Because MJ is always in the middle between Green Goblin and Harry Osborn,
That's I
Hobgoblin.
get what you're saying, but I feel like it's too soon for Hobgoblin.
Yeah, they
It's
could just build that
especially
divide.
yeah, no, definitely.
Unless
They're
they did
definitely
something where they mess with his mind, like Green Goblin,
hmm.
where he goes crazy. He's still a good guy. I don't think Ned is a bad guy, and he
No.
wouldn't kill his best friend because he loves his
No, he's
girl.
not a bad guy, but there's definitely a reason that he becomes Hobgoblin.
Yeah,
And
and
I
they
don't
don't just
remember
make
what it
him
is in the
wear.
comics, but
Yeah, they don't just make him wear the colors for no reason.
yeah,
I think it's
no.
blue and yellow. It's
Yeah, it's
something.
blue and like
It's
a
like an
set like an
alter.
orange, kind of
Yeah,
orangish, and
but
then maybe like a tan
you don't do
yellow.
that on accident for
No.
every movie. I don't. I couldn't tell you if I remember if he was wearing those this movie. I don't think so.
I noticed him wearing more of like black leather and jackets and
Venom?
no
I'm
no
playing.
no Venom. Ned
Yeah.
leads Venom next Venom. That would
I
be a
want Venom
crazy
so
twist.
bad.
Me too.
I want, bro. I was hoping before this movie. I was hoping. Sad to say, Spider-Man died
Hmm.
because there's not going to be another Spider-Man movie until after Secret Wars.
True.
So what you could do, and in the
He might be a guest in upcoming movies, but there's
yeah,
not like a title
but
Spider-Man movie.
if
You mean?
let's say he dies in this movie, Brand New
Right.
Day. Okay, he died, and then at the end of this movie, they said Spider-Man will be back. In all the other movies
Question:
that came out,
Spider-Man will be back? Question mark? You mean?
no, they just had a
Okay.
blank, and in all the movies that came out, they were like the Thunderbolts will return in Avengers Doomsday, Fantastic Four will return in Avengers
Yeah.
Doomsday, and they didn't say that for Spider-Man. So he's not coming back until Secret Wars. This is my theory, and I was hoping that he died this movie, and then in Secret Wars
You
he
heard it
get
here
the
first,
Venom
folks.
that he turns into Venom, and then for the second that's a big thing with Secret Wars is that
Right.
Spider-Man gets the symbiote, right?
It's
And then
definitely I feel
I
like it's
want it to
going to
happen.
happen.
Yeah,
It's going to take time because of that whole Sony deal going on
yeah,
with Venom.
true.
Um,
But for the
but
second movie, sorry,
were you gonna refer to the Venom movie after credit
no,
scene?
no, not
Okay.
necessarily. I think he's done. I think that was nonsense.
The bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think they added that for the possibility in the future that there's a
True.
symbiote, but I
True.
think Tom Hardy's done.
Yeah. Which is a shame because I really liked him as Eddie
Yeah,
Brock. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. I
He
mean,
was
the
he.
movies kind of suck, but I really liked the character. I liked Venom.
They
He was
did
kind of
go downhill.
dated.
Like the first one was definitely the best. The
Yeah,
second one was really cool,
yeah.
specifically because of Carnage.
Hmm.
I feel like if it didn't have Carnage, then Venom it would have had to do something really really cool to like
Yeah,
just hold his own movie.
true.
And then the third one, they realized like Venom did so well because Carnage was in it. They added like seven more
And yeah,
symbiotes, you know, and it was
it was
just
a
too much.
cluster. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So I mean, those
It
movies
was a
on their
cluster
own.
symbiote for
That's
sure.
Sony verse. I don't really like Sony verse that much.
Yeah,
Um,
it's Morbin time, baby. But Spider Man,
we get a little sidetracked.
yeah, it's hard
So
not to when you
yeah,
talk
I mean,
about
there's
this
so many
kind of
things to
stuff.
talk about with Spider-Man.
I liked the whole human and arachnid side
That
and
was
how
sick.
he had to control it. Right, his
Like the
eyes would
black
go black.
eyes. He smashed the cop car. That gave me Bully Maguire vibes.
He did get a little bit of Bully
He got
Maguire vibes.
a little
That was kind of
angry.
cool.
He had a
Get a
little
little angry
tantrum.
Spidey.
Yeah,
But no, when he had
it
his web
was
shooters
cool.
on, his wrist would it was
Just
like a
shoot him off.
magnet. They would like unattract to it and shoot him
Yeah, I
off.
thought it was busting through, and then and then it would just pop off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, organic. I really liked how they gave him organic
that's awesome.
webbing.
It's not in the comics.
And he used it cool too. He didn't just he went like this and he did
Yeah,
like a
I
wrap
mean, you
around.
can
He
see the
did
difference.
cobwebs and
You
stuff.
can see the difference whenever he puts the web shooters on. He shoots them at the wall, and it's a little
Mm-hmm.
web, and then whenever his new ones come off, the
Yeah,
organic, there's more of it.
there's more
So
of it
he's
and
going
it's
to be more
thicker.
powerful. He obviously gets stronger. Well, maybe I think he gets stronger when his arachnid,
Oh,
his spider,
he's definitely
or he wasn't holding back.
he definitely is not holding back in
Yeah.
his full arachnid form, and
So I
now
don't
as
know if it
Peter
made him
Parker
stronger or
in
if he's
both.
just
I don't know. Spider-Man can move a whole bus, so I mean,
yeah.
he does have the strength to him. It's just a matter of does he want to use it.
Does he want to smash a cop car with a person?
Exactly. It definitely heightens his senses for
Yeah.
sure. He's got to control that, but
What did you
he
think?
did near the end.
What did you think of the post-credit scene?
The post-credit scene, it was definitely lackluster. I think I've said that
Yeah.
before, because it's all with those post-credit scenes. You always want something really cool,
Yes.
or want something that's gonna show a new character or a
Hmm.
new costume or something awesome. Especially after sitting after a 2.5 hour movie and then watching the credits.
Yeah.
But
It was promising.
it was promising for sure.
It
Lackluster,
just.
but I liked it
Do you
because
know what it is?
I have two theories.
Yeah.
I have a theory that it takes place. I don't know like when, but it's Tom Holland already on Battle World
Yep.
in
That's
Avengers
my theory.
Doomsday.
Yep.
That's
I
one
don't
of
think
my
it. I think it's
theories.
not Doomsday. He's not confirmed to
Or
be in Doomsday.
in Secret
Secret. Yeah.
Wars, you're right because you're right. Um, but yeah, in Secret Wars because he's on Battle World,
Hmm.
I think it already shows him there. Or my other theory is there are rumors circulating that either Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield Spider Man, their story arcs are ending sometime soon.
Toby.
One of the two, because I mean they
I
came
think
back.
Toby's going to be in the
Then
Doomsday. I don't know about Andrew. I hope.
then it's Toby Maguire.
Yeah.
Then my second theory is it's Toby Maguire in his universe.
Yeah. I wonder how the Spidey tracker works. If it, you know,
I get that I
because
couldn't answer that for you, but that's my only theory.
yeah,
My only other theory.
because how would they get a location of Spider-Man? Because I thought the Spidey tracker was people writing into the subject, and then they would say, "Last
I
I
don't
saw him, he was over here." But how
that's
are
how
people
it
doing
is.
that in
That's how
Battle
it is
World?
in the game. I don't really think they explain how it does
Yeah, I don't know if
work
they
in the
have a
movie.
tracker on him or something.
You're right. It could be like that.
But how would they
And
do that
I
on
don't know
Battle
how
World?
to explain that. How
Yeah,
Toby would
maybe
have a
there's no
Spidey tracker.
explanation.
Maybe
It's
there is
just
no explanation.
yeah,
Maybe it's just one of those because
he's
fun
just
little things that
there.
hey, there's another Spider-Man out there.
I
You know.
really hope that Toby is in there.
hmm
All the other
So those are
Spider-Man,
my two theories.
you're missing out if not.
Huh?
If they don't have those, then
Oh
that's.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they've already got
definitely.
so many other people in that movie. Um, so I mean, yeah, the
In
post
the
credit it was a
Doomsday
little
movie.
lackluster, but
Yeah,
it was sick.
yeah. I was really hoping they'd have two, like a one regarding Jean, another scene with Jean or
Hmm.
something, or at least a funny one with Frank. But I feel like
Yeah.
they did Frank really well because if they can't be all bloodthirsty,
Hmm.
gung ho Frank Castle, then at least you could throw a couple of jokes in there, and
Yeah.
they did good with that, you know.
And I
Um,
love. I mean, him shooting Jean. That is like Punisher.
oh yeah, 100%.
But him crying over Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You did mention that. And if anybody is not going to cry, it's going to be Frank Castle. But another
I mean,
thing
I
too,
kind of understand.
if he's going to cry over anybody, or it could go the other way around. If Spider-Man's going to get anybody to cry, it's going to be Frank Castle.
True. But yeah, if I mean, he almost killed like one of the best people there are, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't he actually didn't. He was trying to kill Jean.
Yes, but it's the fact that it was his bullet that
Yeah,
almost killed him.
he was probably just thinking about the fact that it was his bullet and the fact that he wanted to do it his way and just kill her.
Yep.
And Spider-Man would not give up, and he saved her even though he took a 50 count of the
Hmm.
spine for it. He was probably just so baffled that he would do that. And he even said himself, he's been through wars, he's been through hell,
Yeah.
but that was some brave stuff he's seen. And Spider-Man being like what,
Oh,
like 22 in this movie, 20,
yeah, I feel.
a
I mean,
kid compared to Frank.
how old? I don't know. It's a 4 year
He
time
he was
jump. I mean,
18 in No Way Home. 18, 19, 22.
yeah.
So he's 20,
Okay.
22. I want to say
He
safely
did feel like
22.
an
I could
older.
be wrong, but safely 22.
Yeah.
But he definitely did feel older. But
It
the fact
felt
he
like
got
classic
respect from
Spider
the
Man.
Punisher.
Like this movie felt like classic Spider Man.
Yep.
He's out on his own.
You got a
He's not
lot of.
really worrying about money, but he's worrying about balancing his life
Mhm.
between Spider Man and Peter Parker, and he's really focusing on the Spider-Man, and that affects his health. So I think next movie he's really
And controlling his abilities now, because
yeah.
that was a big part of the movie too, was
Hmm.
when that started happening with his webbing. Like he literally engulfed himself in a cocoon web, and
It's it.
like was falling asleep above the streets of
Hmm.
Manhattan or
And
New York.
he loses all of his web shooters. I don't know. There's a lot. Whenever I came out the movie, I was a little disappointed.
Hmm. Yeah, that's understandable.
I
It
wanted,
doesn't have as much wow and awe
yeah,
as No Way Home. When I
yeah,
left No Way Home, I was like holy cow, like
yeah. That because it had never
that
been
was
done before.
something. Yeah, and
But
and
this was just a great movie.
it was a great movie
Yeah,
by all means. Just because I didn't walk out feel that way doesn't mean it wasn't a great
true.
movie. It was definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, I will
Yeah,
say.
yep.
Um,
What else is there to talk about? I mean, we talked about Hulk, Punisher, Yelena, Gwen. Oh, I totally okay. So there's a small little theory. I don't know
oh
in
well.
Act One or Two. There's a random blonde girl inside the elevator,
Mhm.
and she just talks to Peter for a second. She's like, "Oh, you live on my floor." And any blonde girl I see that interacts with Spider-Man, I'm like, "That's
Right.
Gwen Stacy."
Right. And
I
I get
want,
your point. I
yeah,
get your point. I don't think it was Gwen just because she didn't give off Gwen vibes.
yeah,
And I could say that just because Gwen has always been like a platinum blonde, like really like white or
true,
bleached blonde hair.
true,
She had like two scenes, I think, in the elevator or something.
yeah.
And
I think she had a boyfriend in the other scene
yeah,
too. So I'm
boyfriend
like,
in
I
the
don't
other scene.
know, but
Eddie Brock? No. But
yeah,
it could have been by all means, but if it was, I don't think it was great casting because
yeah,
I didn't look at her and think that's definitely Gwen Stacy.
yeah.
If you're gonna put in an Easter egg like that,
But why would she be talking to him? You
because
don't just give. Maybe I mean, unless it's like a joke.
yeah, right.
Maybe it was to show him like
In the comics and
he's
in the
alone.
movies, I mean, it's always been known that the ladies like Peter Parker for whatever it is. He's a nerdy kid. He's
Yeah,
very smart, but Gwen, Mary Jane, like all these
he's a little Rizzler.
yeah,
He's got a little
exactly.
something about him.
It's whatever it is, all of the ladies just like going to
Yeah,
Peter Parker. So it's not too far fetched that, he'll get a second look from a
yeah.
girl in an elevator. An
But
example,
yeah.
all three movies of the Tobey Maguire, he lived, or not all three. I think, yeah, not all three, because he lived with Aunt May in the first couple.
Hmm.
But in the third one, when he got his own place, when he was Bully Maguire with the black suit, there was that blonde girl that was the landlord's daughter and gave
Yeah,
him cookies, always thought he was cute.
I paid her no
Def-
mind when I was a
Definitely
kid, but
not
as an
Gwen
adult, I'm
Stacy
like,
because
well, because they already had Gwen Stacy, and
true,
she wasn't. That girl was blonde. That
true.
girl had like red hair.
No,
Not
you're.
like MJ. It was probably like brunette actually.
Are you talking about
The elevator girl, or
No,
I
I'm talking about the neighbor
the
and
cookies.
The cookies
Yeah,
girl.
she had brown hair
Yeah, that
or dirty blonde. Okay,
dirty blonde. But that just backs my point of
it could
it
just be
goes to
some
show it
random.
could just be some
Okay,
random
I
girl
see what
going
you're
for him.
saying. True.
Or but it could be,
Yeah, I don't
that's the
know.
beauty of movies.
Yeah,
You
they
could
left.
just
Yeah,
put out theories and you could be right, you
yeah,
could be wrong.
they left a lot of the movie ambiguous. Like, where did the director of the Department of Control, the
Department of
the
yeah.
Department of Damage Control, and then where did they go? Where did Jean go? How do Ned and MJ feel about Peter Parker? Like, do they remember? They left a lot of it open, which I
They
liked for the
did, yeah.
first movie of a trilogy. I really hope this turns into a
They're
trilogy. I think
definitely
that's the plan.
yeah, it's definitely in a good spot to where
Yeah,
they can have a good couple
but I
more
want those
movies.
answers. I want at least
I
something
need the
answered.
answers and I
Yeah,
need them now.
yeah.
No, but no, I get it, dude. And that's the one thing about these, especially these Marvel movies,
Hmm.
um, and with their roadmaps and planning and phases,
Yeah.
is it could be honestly a good while till we see another solo Spider-Man movie.
True. I mean, they
Actually, I
don't have
take
it
that back.
slated yet.
I take that back because Beyond the Spider Verse
True, that's
will be
2028.
will be coming out next. Is it 2026?
It's
In
yeah,
two
yeah,
years.
2 years. I mean, it's already been 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah, but I guess time does fly.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know, dude. I'm
but
excited. I
all in
love this.
all, I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. I think it
yeah,
was a really good watch. I can't wait to watch it again. It's always good
yeah. I
watching
think
something a
watching it
second
again.
time. You're gonna not you, but like I appreciate something more when I watch it a
Yeah, I
second
mean,
time.
yeah. You're not. You have so much else to look for, and I don't know.
Right. My
Um,
sister, she's watching all of those Marvel movies to get ready for Doomsday, and
Yeah.
she's on Captain Marvel now,
Oh,
and it's
goodness gracious.
yeah,
That poor girl.
But hey, it's a must. It's a must. I mean, nobody
I
else
guess
went
if
through
I mean
Thanos'
she.
ship.
True. True. True.
Hey, but that's
She's
neither.
powerful,
Yeah, but
but the movie sucks.
yeah, I like it just because I like Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But
That's
whatever.
another topic.
Another topic for
All right.
another day. But
Yeah.
where'd the mask go? Oh, here's the mask.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate you talking.
Always good to be here.
If y'all have any extra thoughts, agreements or disagreements, anything you want to share, just throw that in the comments. Like, subscribe. That'd be amazing. It really helps out.
Hmm.
Thanks, Mason,
Yeah,
for
man.
coming
Thank
out.
you for
Or
having me.
Peter.
Anytime.
Yeah.
It was fun, and
Yeah.
glad to do it.
All right.
It's really fun.
Well, thanks for watching the Meehan Media. I'll see you next time.